Morning. All right, so we're going to start this morning with a bit of breathing. Bring the right hand onto the chest, left hand on the belly. And just take a moment first to feel your natural flow of breath. Letting gratitude in for this new day ahead of us. Taking a moment to slow the mind down from the plans for the day, for work, and just let it be present here for a little while. Connecting with you, your body, your mind. Your breath. Now just slowly we're going to let the breath get a little bit deeper. And I want you to just fill the breath up into the chest. And then once the chest feels full, just hold your breath there. And then slowly let it back out. So once again, breathing just into the chest, breathing in, feel it rise, and hold when it feels full. And then let it back out slow. One more like this into the chest. And let it go. Good. Now inhaling chest and belly. Let's see if we can fill the chest and then keep inhaling, fill the belly. Slowly back out. And take it again. We'll hold the breath once chest and belly are full. Let it go. Filling again with the hold. And let it go. Good. Now we'll take a full breath in and out. Try and make it a nice, even, slow breath. So filling chest and belly. Once they're full, slowly back out. So no hold here. As soon as you're out of breath, then inhale again. Good. Let's take one more of these slow, long breaths. And then just let your breath return to its natural rhythm. You can bring the hands down. Seeing if you feel a little more clarity in the back of the throat, through the body. And let's bring the arms up with our next breath. We'll interlock the fingers and press the palms to the ceiling. Take a little lean to the side. And over to the other side. Back to the middle. We'll bring the hands down and behind us. And step the feet up onto the mat. Excuse me, sorry. My voice kind of going a little bit there. We'll just bring the knees side to side here, releasing the hips. A little bit of weight in the arms. There, we'll let the knees just fall off to the right and sit up tall. So let the edges of your knees come down. And then you can take a little twist out toward the left. Good, we'll bring the knees over to the left and our twist out to the right. Perfect, into the center, and the soles of the feet come together, cobbler's pose. Give yourself some little circles here, helping the hips to release this morning. And back the other way. Good, we'll pause in the center, give ourselves a little lean forward into our fold. Give yourself a couple deep breaths here. And feel it expand in your back rib cage. Good, sitting up, we'll open the legs to a straddle and then give ourselves some circles here. And bring it back the other direction. Good, to the center, and we'll take a little pulsing straddle stretch. So just pulsing out toward the top of your mat. Good, and then hold that stretch. Just take a couple deep breaths. Very good. Let's release. And we'll bend the knees, bring the feet up onto the mat. The knees are still wide, taking a little seated malasana with a stretch up from the back to the top of the head. Elbows are pressing in that soft inner part of the knee. Very good. Now we're going to take a little rock forward to boost ourselves onto our feet. So you can take a hand back, just boost up, and come into that lifted malasana. You can give yourself some movement here, readjusting if that feels good. Let your hips find a good spot to land and lift through the chest. Good. Last breath right here. And we'll let the hands come to the mat. Lift your way up into a fold. Feet can stay open. And give yourself a little rock side to side over the legs. Okay, let's walk both feet over to the left foot. Sorry, both hands to the left foot. Now we're going to just frame that foot with our hands. And then let the chest reach down toward that left thigh. Good. Walk the hands over to the right, framing that foot. And draw the chest toward that thigh. Good. We'll come back to the center and bend the knees. Bring your hands onto the thigh. And we're going to take a little cat-cow here. So I'm just going to let my back go in and out of that cat-cow, nice and slow. Good. Bring it up into standing. Reach the arms. We'll take hold of one wrist and take it to the side. Good. Come to the center, other wrist, and we stretch it out. Back to the center. Step the feet together, top of the mat. Let's take a breath in mountain, and we're going to take our vinyasa. So inhaling to reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back into your plank. Good, lowering down. And lifting up, cobra or up dog. Let's bring it back into a child's pose. Take a breath there. Lift back into downward facing dog. Good, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Let's bend that knee, let the hip open. Your gaze come out under the arm. Good, keep that bend in the knee. We're gonna bring it forward and we're just gonna touch our right arm with the knee. And then press back up, three-legged dog, open to the side. Bring it through, touch that arm. And then lift back up, open hip. Fabulous. Step the foot between the hands now. Give yourself a little rock, forward and back, runner's lunge. Good, I'm gonna come up into my warrior two. So I'm gonna let that back foot go flat and open. Hips are gonna open to the side. And I reach the arms out. Good, straighten the leg and bring yourself forward. Let's take triangle. Letting the side body be nice and long, reaching fingertips to the ceiling. Good, lifting back up. We'll bend that knee. And hands to the mat. Tuck the back toes. Step to the top. Forward fold. Slowly rolling up. Take a breath to reach. Exhale, hands to the heart, coming back to that mountain pose. Full breath. Let's take it again, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. And bring it down and back to your plank. Lowering down. And take a lift, cobra. Downward facing dog. Left leg rising. Bend the knee and let that hip open. Good, keep the bend in the knee and bring it forward just to touch that left arm. Tucking in. Good, send it back out and open, foot falling to the right. Touch the arm again, come forward. Send it back and open. Good, coming through, we'll step the foot between the hands. Runner's lunge with the rock. Good, back foot coming flat. We'll open warrior two on the left. Sink it in. Straighten the front leg. Let's slide forward and take it down to a triangle. And we'll lift all the way back up. And we're going to turn the toes, both to face the long edge of your mat. Hands come down, wide-legged fold. Breathe, let the head be heavy. And let yourself sink a little more if it feels good. Good, halfway lift, we'll come to fingertips. Step the right hand under the nose. Lift the left arm to the sky. Now I'm going to bend that elbow and bring my hand to the back of my head. So the elbow's staying nice and open. And then I'm going to close and open back up into that twist. Close. Open. Good. Take two more like that. And then bring that hand to the mat. Reach your right arm up, finding the twist first. And then bend the elbow, hand to the back of your head. And close and open 3 times. Good, hand to the mat. Soften the knees, roll your way to stand. Taking a breath, reach out. Hands are going to interlock. Reach the palms to the ceiling. And take it to the side. And back up and over to the other side. Back to the center. And we'll bring the hands down onto the thighs. I'm going to just turn the toes out to face the corners of my mat so I can sink into goddess with the legs. Give yourself a little twist there. Dipping one elbow and shoulder to the center. And other side. Back to the center, and we'll reach up 5-point star. Exhale into goddess. Good, reach up star. And exhale into goddess. Hold and think there a moment. Good, let's release. Let the arms come down. We'll step back to the top of the mat. Let's take a breath up. Hands into the heart. We're going to let the left knee come up, one-legged mountain. Give that ankle a little turn. Then we're going to take some turns with the hip. So drawing a big circle with the knee. Good, let's step that foot to the back of the mat. Open back to your warrior two. Now reach the left hand up for the top right hip. Take the right arm over your head. Give yourself a little lean reverse warrior. Good, come back to the center. Straighten the legs. And we're going to reach out and take triangle again. Let your right hand rest to the outside of your leg or maybe hold the shin. We're going to bend that left elbow like we did before. Hand to the back of your head. Open and close twist. This is a thoracic twist for the upper mid back. Good, feel that right foot really pressing into the mat to keep you stable. Let's hold in the center. Open up the elbow toward the sky. And then lift up to the center. Other hand comes behind the head. We'll turn the toes to face forward. Take a little halfway fold. And then lift back up. Halfway fold. And lift. Last one. And turn the left toes out. Reach your left arm. Sliding forward, find the triangle. Right hand is just staying to the back of your head. Elbow opens. Open and close for 3. Excellent. Reaching up. We'll bend the knee, warrior two. Right hand coming around the back, reaching for that left hip. Left arm reaches overhead. Let's sink in, reverse warrior. Good, let's release. We're gonna now take the hand into the other hand, interlock the finger. Straighten both legs, turn your toes to face forward. Hands will move to the center of your back. Roll the shoulder blades together. Wide-legged fold with a bind. Coming forward. Hands can lift off the back if that feels good. Good, let's release the hands to the mat. And we'll walk them over to the top of your mat and just turn to face that leg. Step your way out into downward facing dog. Give the feet a little pedal here. Good, knees to the mat. Press back to a wide leg child's pose. So the knees are wide, big toes together. Just think my body in between the legs. Okay, let's lift up. We're going to walk our way back into Hira. Sitting back on the feet. Just taking a couple breaths. And we'll make our way off the feet and we'll come down to seated. Let the legs come out long in front of you. You can give them a little shake. And we'll reach forward. We're just going to take a little pulsing stretch toward the feet. And then come to the fold and just hold a couple of breaths. And rolling up. So we're going to bend the right knee, step that foot onto the mat. And then from the hip joint, just let that leg open up. I'm going to pull the heel in toward my thigh to try and keep my knee closed. And just through the hip joint, rock side to side. Good, bring that foot down inside the thigh. Give the outside edge of that right knee a little press toward the mat. And then come forward for a fold, reaching out for that left leg. Now I'm going to take my peace fingers and loop that big toe on the left. Start to roll up and see if you can take that leg up with you. Good, sitting up nice and tall. Let's take it to the side, nice and slow. And then turn your gaze out to the right. Good, we'll bring it through the center. We're going to take the right peace finger and just give the leg over to there. Cross that leg over to the right. Turn your gaze to the left. Good, bring it back to center. And we're going to take those feet together, cobbler's pose. Come forward into a fold. Good, coming up, we'll slide that right leg long. Left foot inside the thigh, give that knee a little press down, just using muscle in the hips. And then reach forward for your fold. Good, I'll wrap my right peace fingers around that big toe. And then move my way up, reaching that heel forward. Perfect, bring it to the side. And let your gaze shift over to the left. Good, coming across now, we'll switch hands, reach that leg out to the left, really feeling that stretch down the IT band. Good, coming back to center, soles of the feet are together. And I'm gonna keep my legs as they are, lay down on my back. Roll the shoulder blades under to flatten to the mat. Reclining cobbler's pose, just let the knees fall open with gravity. Now I'm gonna let my arms open into cactus, palms face up, elbows bending. Keep your upper body as it is, and let your knees fold together to the left. And now the top leg is going to extend out and kind of anchor you a little more to the side. Good, bend that knee, bring the feet back together. So coming through cobblers again, and then close the left knee over to the right. And just let the legs settle there for a couple of breaths. Now extend through that left leg, letting yourself anchor down a little more to that side. And let's bring it back into the center. And we'll lift both legs into the ceiling. You can give the ankles a little turn. And then hug the knees to the chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And then just releasing the legs to the mat. And let's take a couple minutes for stillness in our Shavasana. Let's give ourselves a couple deep breaths here. Let the head have a little rock side to side. Let the body start to move and stretch. You can take the knees into the body one more time. And then when you feel ready, make your way back up to seated. You can give the neck, the shoulders a little extra release there. Anything that might still feel tight. And then we'll bring the hands to the heart. Giving gratitude to yourself and to each other for this morning with movement. Thanks so much for coming. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great day.